shorts, even though different shades of blue, of course. It's like they're kind of matching with different parts of the court. We'll see if we can get Victoria Radnothy on the best dressed list to maybe include the court. I think the court looks great this week. Noe Khlif is going to serve to start us off. Let's go. Cannonball's first point. Hunter Johnson finds the open.
The shot to look out for in this match is Hunter Johnson's backhand. It is one of the cleanest shots on the PPA tour.
And forces the air with the backhand. Great depth on that shot. Hunter Johnson playing with the recently signing with Hit Pickleball, using that paddle, both him and Yates Johnson. Wow, what a find from Noe Khlif. Curves that one in. Oh my gosh.
That's what caught my attention there, the curve. That thing dipped so fast.
It's like a Rafa Nadal forehand, like a banana forehand.
Serves from Noe are a little bit short to start. He needs to loosen up a little bit, get started on the match.
1-0.
Another note here, Hunter Johnson played in the men's singles bronze match at the Masters. Looked to be experiencing some tightness in his knees on that. Talked a little bit about how he wasn't at 100% in some post-match interviews. What a get.
Wow.
No way. What a point. The puppet master, Hunter Johnson, wants the love from the crowd, and he gets it. But gosh, Noe Khlif everywhere all at once.
Talk about speed, Will. I mean, it's not easy to change directions like he just did 4 times that point, so.
I mean, I thought the point was going to be over about 5 shots ago.
Exactly. And that didn't even count for a point.
It's a crime, honestly. And that one just wide, but we do get a challenge of the early challenge. Johnson, the only one to put a point on the board so far. But let's check out the Carvana Grandstand. We've got another men's singles quarterfinal going on over there. We talked about Kaysen Campbell with a big upset over Christian Alshon in the round of 16, but Dylan Frazier in full control, 11-6 game 1, match point for the number 9 seed. Dylan Frazier had a great win over Gabe Joseph yesterday.
It's interesting to see different game styles, right? Kaysen looked very confident on court yesterday with Christian. Obviously a little bit different on the scoreline today. We haven't gotten a chance to watch the full match, but Dylan has a very different game style than Christian does.
Lost the free challenge, no free challenge remaining.
That ball,
1 free challenge remaining.
Ball is going to be overturned as that ball deemed in. So Noe Khlif loses his free challenge. Or loses his challenge, excuse me, for this game. And Johnson increases his lead to 2. We'll keep you on 2 box here for a moment. Wow, nice hands from Noe Khlif as Frazier closes out his match. 11-6, 11-3 over Kaysen Campbell. Great run for Kaysen with Dylan Frazier into the semifinals. Nice run for him. We'll see him in action later today in men's doubles. Him and Eric Onsen is always a dangerous pairing.
0-2.
Back here on Humana Championship Court.
He thought the point was over too. Never count Noe out of a point. He moved extremely well, doesn't give up. Hunter does appear to be moving very well today too. Hopefully he is feeling better.
I I mean, he's made the quarterfinals, had a 3-game win yesterday over Mo Alhouni. That one was a tight one. What a fight from Khlif. And that's the forehand you mentioned earlier in this one, potentially an X factor.
Look at how low he gets to hit that shot. Full athletic position, getting way under the ball, accelerating through it.
And that Hunter Johnson backhand, the actual X factor you mentioned, Mari. You don't miss. Today, you're on it. You're on it today. And you mentioned the acceleration on the Khlif forehand. He really has a slow take back and then whips through it. It's very exaggerated in real time. Takeover again from Hunter Johnson.
Well done there. And we're seeing more tennis-like points than we're used to in men's doubles here, or men's singles here, my bad, due to Hunter's choice of play, right? If I'm Noe, I don't want to stay in those long rallies with him, so I'd be looking to come in on a good approach shot. But it is also difficult because Hunter has incredible passing shots.
Goodness, 4-1 now, Hunter Johnson. And you mentioned it's almost like if you're going to beat Hunter Johnson in singles, you kind of just have to outplay him at his own game. And that's what we've seen Chris Hayworth do to some success, recently. So early advantage here for the #1 seed.
4-1.
Make it 5. Missed return, not going to help the cause of Khlif, and he will walk to the bench, take a timeout, and we will...
Over what you see. If you don't see yourself coming in any free shot, don't force it, stay with it. But if you get something that's a little sooner, and if he gives you a short backhand or drive that line to his forehand, man, not cross that, man. Everything line you come in. And line come in, backhand.
And you hear him basically say, hey, don't drive your backhand to the Hunter Johnson backhand. He says, drive it to the forehand.
15 seconds, receiver, no timeout.
And if you feel comfortable, find your way in, right? Because beating Hunter Johnson from the baseline is extremely difficult.
Nice hands from both guys, but Khlif on top of that one.
Little hands battle in singles. Love to see that.
Khlif was a top-ranked junior tennis player in France. And growing up, you certainly see the inspiration of that game on his pickleball prowess. Is a gimme. Hunter Johnson,
pointed at his eyes right after. We talked about this in the first match, but Hunter's side is a little bit more difficult to see. So don't tell your opponent you're having a hard time seeing, right?
Right. And I believe that was a failed dodge attempt by Hunter Johnson, or maybe indecision?
Indecision,
Indecision, yeah.
Like, should I hit it, should I not? And then half hit it.
And then before you finish the thought, you've hit the ball.
Right.
Dangerous decision, approach to the Hunter Johnson backhand, pays the price.
Especially when you open up angles for Hunter. He's got that down the line shot. He's got the dipper across court. So if you are going to approach to his backhand, I would say approach more towards the middle of the court so you don't give him angles.
Just wide on the backhand. Lead back up to 3 for Hunter Johnson.
And watching live, it's really cool to see the curve of that shot, right? How heavy it is.
Khlif under constant duress as a result of the Hunter Johnson backhand. And even those drops he would usually make when you're forced to be on the run and taking pace off of these drives, it adds a whole new layer of difficulty to try and make them.
Absolutely, and not only that, but you look at how far he is. He's behind the Carvana logo.
Right.
It's hard to execute shots from all the way back there, right?
You almost run out of room.
Did get a freebie there from Hunter. See if he can add a couple of points here.
See if he continues to try and attack the Johnson forehand as an approach shot target. The backhand certainly did not go in his favor. And now we get a timeout here from Hunter Johnson. See if he can find the recipe to avoid that Johnson backhand we keep talking about. The misdirect at the kitchen line from Hunter, so good.
With two hands, difficult to execute.
It's a great point. A lot of people have that flick, that one-handed flick. I mean, you're obviously very familiar with that shot, arguably the best in the game. Still going.
Great point.
Looked like Johnson may have wanted to call the penultimate forehand from Khlif wide, but I think it did catch the line.
I'd like to see some depth on Noe's serve here. He's been serving a little short.
Like right there.
Oh, he got a missed return.
Case in point right there. I think Mari is seeing into the future. Just wide. Khlif there did approach to the forehand. Johnson had a chance to hit an angled backhand, kind of similar to the one we saw Paris Todd hit in a clutch moment in her earlier match.
The net coverage of Noe Khlif is very good, though, so he went for a little bit too much.
And all of a sudden, tied at 7. The run continuing here for the 10 seed.
Another missed return, not what you want to see at a tight moment in the game.
And 4 in a row for Noe Khlif again. The forehand of Johnson, the target of the approach.
8-7.
A lot of frustration there from Hunter. First celebration from Noe. Pretty stoic guy most of the time.
Yeah, usually. And you just feel the momentum shift. Certainly on that point as well, it was just a grindy baseline battle. Khlif comes out on top. What a get!
And it all started with a deep serve. Once again, the importance of the depth on that serve is huge in singles. I'd be surprised if we don't see a timeout from Hunter.
I mean, we're basically getting one with the pace of his walk to get the ball. Not going to call one. Game point, Noe Khlif. 6-point run. He'll look to make it 7.
Great serve.
saved in style.
Big run there from Noe, though. Down 7-4,
Yep.
6 in a row.
6 straight points.
Calls out.
And serve is called out.
Referee to now.
And we do get a challenge of the serve. It looked from up here, my first thought result of that, because that out call from Khlif will stand,
10-7.
but no challenge charged to Hunter Johnson. And backhand into the net. No way Khlif makes it 7 in a row. Takes game 1 over Hunter Johnson, 11-7. Looking to make the semifinals in men's singles. Hunter Johnson frustrated as he walks to the bench. No way Khlif, 1 game away from the semifinals. We'll be right back. He did exchange a few words with Noe Khlif on the bench in between the first and second games. So the tension's rising as the stakes do here in Minnesota. Number 1 seed will look to dig himself out of the hole here in the quarters.
That's exactly how Hunter wanted to start this game off.
100%. Just wipe the slate clean.
1-0.
Let's get to work.
Seems like he's kind of not hitting those shots with confidence, the put-away volleys at the net. This is probably the second or third that he's missed like that.
What touch. Johnson is there, but unable to wrap it around the post.
Noe's known for those cut volleys. He's got the really good dropper from both sides. He can also hit them deep.
Grindy point. Bit of a stare down there from Noe.
I want to know what those words were.
I know, right?
That was, again, a very tennis-like point with Noe kind of finding the entrance into the kitchen line with a solid approach shot, causing the error from Johnson.
Khlif pulls that backhand trigger. Doesn't pay off.
And Hunter just like complained to himself after, just do that.
Right.
You know? It's as easy as that.
Yeah, makes it look so simple, right? It only takes years of training and practice and to become the world number 1. What an angle. Wow. On the line. What a point.
ATP in singles
Oh my goodness.
to the back corner. Looked like they were drilling for a second there.
Right, and I thought there was no way that Khlif was going to get that first backhand angle. The athleticism on full display. Backhand to backhand, Johnson wins that duel.
looks like Noé's mostly trying to drop off that backhand pass, and Hunter has kind of identified that. So over the last couple of points, that's been his target to come into the kitchen line.
And Khlif used to have almost exclusively a slice backhand, kind of when he was in his early days in the game. He's put in a lot of work to develop that two-way. Drop volley, Brendan Butter, come on.
It's beautiful. And Hunter was at the kitchen line, backed up, midpoint, continued playing it out. Noé found his way in. Beautiful touch volley to end that point.
I mean, you talk about the transition from offense to defense, and at this high of a level, it's sometimes you have to make that transition 2 or 3 times in a single point. It's insane.
We've got a twin cam here. Missed return by Hunter, and visibly frustrated.
Talking with Yates Johnson, getting some advice in between points.
You can tell that they're siblings, right?
Oh, totally,
just based on the way that they talk to each other.
Exactly. Extend.
It's impressive work over there by Noé. He's moving so well. Hunter put the ball away at least 3 times.
Ryan DeWidgeon, Texas Rangers GM, always talks about extending. On full display there from Khlif, doesn't quite pay off.
We can't give Ryan this kind of credibility on air.
What an angle. Just wide. Johnson gives Khlif a taste of his own medicine. The drop volley, it almost doesn't work out.
It's just tough because every solid volley he's hitting, Noé's getting to it really well, so he's got to vary his depth on the court a little bit on those volleys. I think that's the key right now for Hunter. Noé's getting to absolutely everything.
What a sequence of backhands. Johnson finding the edge. Here in game 2, 5-3 as Noé. Khlif will call a timeout. The level continuing to rise here. Both players fully locked in. And we'll take a quick break and get you right back here to the second game. Stay with us on Pickleball TV.
Worst case scenario, he's going to hit a backhand score to you. Then it's your backhand. You can drive it. Step in a little more. He's coming in before you. Otherwise, baseline to baseline, you are winning those.
There's Noé. Khlif getting some advice from Mo Alhouni. Pretty good source to get advice from. Took Hunter, especially on Hunter Johnson, took him to 3 games in the round of 16. Johnson leading 5-3, looking to force a 3rd game. We hinted at it before the break, but the level of play has really risen here in this second game.
Successful for him, but I think he tried to make it too good that time.
Johnson expertly goes back behind Khlif up the line. Not exactly sure what happened on the forehand. Maybe a different bounce.
Mistimed a little bit. And immediately turns to Yates and says something.
Of course.
It's probably Yates' fault.
You need someone to blame, right?
Exactly.
Better to blame yourself or blame the paddle, you know? Blame the ball.
It's a really nice heavy approach out there from Noe. Gets Hunter on the run, causes that error.
Find on the backhand. And again, another drop volley was likely incoming from Khlif. But it's a lot more difficult to hit those drop volleys, Mari, when you're making contact below the plane of the net.
Absolutely. And those shots are pretty heavy with a lot of topspin.
Oh, he's there around the post.
Wow. What a point.
Sails the backhand extend from Noe Khlif.
And it seems like Hunter is overdoing on some of those volleys because of how well Noe is getting to those shots. You start questioning, am I hitting the ball enough? Do I need to go for a little bit more? And then you miss a couple that you typically would. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Smooth like butter, and the deficit cut to 1.
I did not watch Noe Khlif playing tennis, but I bet he had very nice volleys.
I think it's a pretty safe assumption.
5-6.
Off the net for Hunter Johnson. Keeps his 1-point lead. It's your
First
earlier.
one we've seen, right?
I believe so.
In this match.
I believe so, yes.
6-5.
And even then, Hunter Johnson is moving because he knows that Khlif is going to be there for his first shot.
Right. I'd almost like to see him go back behind Noe once or twice because Noe's anticipating so well. I'd like to see him vary his spots a little bit. Props to Noe for just getting there and actually hitting quality shots off of it and forcing Hunter to hit one more.
7-5 now.
Little serve variation, Will.
Yeah, there we go. The spin serve gave him an attackable third shot. Free challenge timeout called now by Noe Khlif. Johnson leading 8-5, looking to force this one to a third. And to your earlier point, Mari, about the volleys of Hunter Johnson, you know, with how quickly Khlif is able to cover the court, just makes the court feel small, right?
Right, absolutely. And just to point out what we talked about earlier, there is a good and a bad side, according to all the players that are playing on center court. Noe is technically on the bad side right now. He did win his game on the good side, so let's see if that is a factor as well. Noe was down 3 points and went on a big run to get game 1.
We'll see if Johnson can continue that. Hey, if you want to keep up with all the latest news in sport, you got to subscribe to Pickleball Magazine, the official magazine for our sport. Get tournament coverage, player profiles, expert instruction, the latest equipment reviews, and much, much more. Go to pickleballmagazine.com to check out articles and subscribe today. Love the content from Pickleball Magazine. Grateful to be a partner.
Another dropper, and Hunter was looking to go middle that time.
Yep, went body. Perhaps some frustration with the number of drop volleys.
Part of the game.
Part of the game.
Wow. Roped that forehand. Great serve, great forehand. Pays off. Hunter trying to give himself some energy here. A big come on after that point.
Still leading by 2. Oh, on the line.
Wow. He was almost there.
He was almost there, and you see Johnson kind of cut off the corner a little bit to take it as early as possible, and Khlif was still almost there.
That's the quality of volleys he has to hit right now to win those points.
9-6. We'll see if Johnson can earn game point.
9-6.
Successfully finds the Hunter Johnson backhand that time.
I was about to say that kept it low and out of his strike zone. So wasn't really able to rip into it, kind of forced a bit of a drop. What a get. No way. Are you kidding me, Hunter Johnson?
What an angle created off that forehand.
Even on the full extension. Look at that.
Such a short take back there, makes contact with the ball out in front of him. So impressive. Another chance to get to a game point here.
Seems like Johnson has been getting to the net more frequently so far in this second game. And this changeup on the serve pays off. Missed return makes it 10-6.
10-6.
And there it is.
We are going 3. Something in the air. It could be the negative 30-degree temps or the allure of a semifinal, but we're going 3 for the second time today on Humana Championship Court. Hunter Johnson. Jansen cuts the lead to 4 there on grandstand as game 3 action kicks off. Noe Khlif and Hunter Johnson. Johnson.
Did you see the curve on that shot?
It's incredible. It's not just top spin. It's not just side spin. It's a combination of all these different types of spin from the world number 1. Nice find from Leah Jansen on grandstand as she cuts the lead to 3.
And we've got a tied game on center. 1-1. We can hear Leia celebrating from center, so she
it's
wants
amazing. Wants to make that semifinal. Timeout there on grandstand taken by Judith. As we get back to things here on center, Hunter Johnson inches ahead 2-1.
Still using that cut serve.
2-1.
Doing such a good job spreading the ball out on the court, but Noe's anticipating so well. I'd like to see him go behind him a couple of times. Just insane from Noe.
And Noe Khlif already so speedy around the court, but the anticipation makes you feel like it's impossible to get one by him.
Side out.
The rotation of the left hand of Hunter Johnson on those backhands is incredible. If you're looking to learn a two-handed backhand, this is one of the guys you need to watch.
A lot of times you'll see left-handed forehands being used as kind of a teaching tactic for that two-way. Some baseline errors from Khlif. Opened the door here for Johnson.
3-1.
carried over from game 2. Strong start to game 3 by Hunter Johnson.
And we're not really seeing a ton of kitchen line points now. I feel like in the first 2 games, very frequent. The last few here have just been a baseline war that Hunter Johnson is winning.
Those do favor Hunter Johnson, so Noe needs to get back into his pattern and find his way into the kitchen line.
Looky there, it pays off.
That might have hurt us, Will.
Yeah, I know, right? So we take another look at grandstand. The lead for Yuta Castillo now just 1 point.
1-4.
I believe we have a challenge of an out call.
Looks into me, but
Angle.
there it is.
Finished by Johnson. Doesn't say anything, just nods to the bench. Knows he is playing at the height of his powers.
It's a nod to his twin brother. Like, hey, I told you.
Yeah, right.
All right, call overturned on grandstand. Leia taking the point. We've got a tied game at 9-9.
That is huge. Only game 2 on that one.
Wow.
And 5-1 in favor of Hunter Johnson here. Noe Khlif will take a timeout.
Well, if
What
you're
a turnaround.
If you're a spectator, what are you watching?
Oh, man. I mean, hey, fortunately here on Pickleball TV, at least for now, you've got both courts you can watch. I know a lot of people... That's a nice close there from Jansen.
Wow.
Game point for her. Look, I think the best thing about the Pickleball TV app is that you can have multiple screens going at once, have the laptop, have the TV, have the phone. You can watch it all. So you don't even have to answer that question.
That is very true.
It's a win.
My family in Brazil is always watching on pickleballtv.com as well.
Well, it's
pretty
good.
cool.
It's good that Pickleball TV is always playing.
And a missed return.
What a win for Leia Jansen in game 2. That one's still a full third. It was 9-4 in favor of Yuta Castillo.
Big comeback by Leia. I think it'll be an electric game 3 over there as well.
I mean, you could hear the screams from both players just in game 2. So surely game 3 going to be a tense battle. Catch that one on the Pickleball TV app.
Server, 1 timeout.
And Will, we keep saying that it's a questionable timeout at 5, but it's the second match in a row that we see a timeout at 5. It paid off for Catherine.
It did. She had it. Yep.
Let's see if it pays off for Noe here as well.
Time in. 5-1. Side out.
And misfires on the volley. I mean, Khlif was on the run, on the ropes.
He was. But again, just making one more shot, right? Extending the point. Fine, Ryan, I'll give you some credit here.
Off the net, we're still
No
going.
way. The reaction time.
To manipulate the paddle and change course mid-run. My gosh.
Wow. So, once again, the timeout already does pay off because it was 5-1. He already added another point, kind of worth it to not go down. 6-1.
Stop the momentum.
Point.
And now he's cut the lead to just 2. Has Noe Khlif. Johnson talking across the court with Yates Johnson.
Let all recall.
Getting some strategy just by pointing different ways to go.
Oh, it was wide.
And we get a quick, instantaneous challenge.
It's an interesting challenge, Will. Still 5-3. If he's wrong, which it did appear to be wide live, challenge or a timeout.
For the whole second half of that game
Of
3.
the second half, which is pretty important, I'd say.
Very, very important, and we know, you know, obviously it's in game 3. You get, if you have to take a time or use a challenge and get a technical warning, it's in game 3, right? It's not the end of the world.
No doubt.
It does become the end of the world if you lose a point because of it.
Well, he's got to be careful with his calls, too, because if Hunter challenges and is correct, that also hurts Noe.
So it's not just the stuff on the court. You have to think about using your timeouts, using your challenges, calling balls fairly. 5-3 for Johnson. Painting lines, painting both sidelines is Khlif.
Wow.
And Johnson gets to the end switch, 6-3. Three-point advantage. Yates Johnson looking just as intense as Hunter Johnson, who's on the court right now. And what a turnaround here for the top seed. Can't say you're surprised just with how many big matches he has under his belt. Still looking for that first goal as the #1 seed.
Definitely. I think, I don't know if the #1 is weighing next to his name or if the competition's just getting better.
Right.
I think it might be a combination of both. I think, obviously, he split games yesterday. He split games today. The quality of the competition is just getting higher and higher every single event. So winning is hard.
Oh, 100%.
Hunter Johnson's an elite singles player. So is Noe Khlif. That's the thing. This can go either way at any given day. So,
and like you said, you're able to say that starting at any round. I mean, we saw 44 seed, 14 years old, Cam Chafin yesterday, huge upset. We got some motion in the crowd. We've got some. Okay, Minnesota kind of brings the move.
Time in. 6-3.
he read it well, missed it just wide.
Had the shot he wanted. See if Khlif can take advantage. Misfires on that one. Wanted to go double 2 forehands in a row towards the Khlif backhand. Nice leave.
4-6.
And nice start to the end, to the second half of game 3 here, excuse me. Khlif now within 1, has won 3 rallies in a row.
Frustrated Hunter Johnson.
Talking to the paddle.
5-6.
Fix the paddle.
Yeah, right, exactly. Forces the air, and that is a pattern we have seen play out so many times. The Hunter Johnson pass into the Noe Khlif dropper, and then it's really anybody's game on who's going to win the continued exchange after that.
Exactly, and that's just the quality that men's singles has gotten to, right? He has to do 2 pass combos to be able to get it done.
There's the cat and mouse, Noe Khlif with the close.
Is anybody moving better than Noe Khlif right now?
I don't think so. Potentially Hunter Johnson with how well he's covering the court as well, but the anticipation. And you saw Noe Khlif give himself enough room to lunge forward, but still not come into contact with the kitchen on that volley. Such an understated skill. And long on the backhand. Johnson contemplating a challenge.
Spin it. He just yelled at himself to spin it. Make that ball dip back into the court.
Seems appropriate with that one being long. And we do see it just long, decides not to challenge. Tied at 6.
I believe we're going to see a timeout here from Hunter.
And even if we don't, we should.
It's a really good sequence of points from Noe.
7-6.
And now we do get the timeout from Johnson. Noe Khlif 4 in a row, now with a 1. It was hard to beat, but it could be beat,
7-6.
depending on how this one finishes. Too good from Khlif.
The ball control right now, the movement, seems to have a string on it.
8-6.
The miss hit down the line worked out for him.
It pays off. 6 in a row for Noe Khlif, 9-6, and the tables certainly have turned.
Pretty similar story to game 1.
Yep,
9-6.
exactly.
Wow.
So pretty stays in from Johnson. I thought it might almost go wide. Looks like it caught the line.
I'm not sure how he found that angle.
Clutch find from Hunter Johnson.
Beautiful.
Needs to put some on the board.
6-9.
Trailing by 3.
Point.
And that will help his cause. Missed return. You don't talk about it at all really in the middle of the match. And then once things get tight.
I do like to see the serve variance there once again. I'm going to keep talking about this because it's huge in singles. He looped that one a little bit deeper, a little bit heavier. Bad contact from Noe.
That stays in. Hunter Johnson making his move, now within 1.
2 in a row. Now Noe could use a timeout here, but he doesn't have one.
Right, because
He used
of the
that
missed
challenge. Go to the towel.
Yeah, basically do
Shoe.
everything except call a formal timeout, you know.
1-point game. This is where we want to be, Will.
Make it 3 in a row, now tied at 9. We are so spoiled here in men's singles. It is a sight to see. It is a race to 2, semifinal Saturday on the line. Everything comes down to this. And a late run continues for Hunter Johnson.
Make that 4 in a row for Hunter Johnson.
Goodness.
And we got a match point.
We've seen him overhit some of those backhand volleys. But it was right on the money right there. 10-9, match point.
10-9.
Just long. Johnson was there, but unable to keep it in off the forehand.
Wow. The reaction from the crowd. Lots of oohs and ahs.
Rightfully so.
All of us stopped breathing while that ball was in the air.
I think Yates Johnson let out a yell after the final shot. Khlif holds his nerve. Can he tie it? Yes, he can. 10-10. It's going to take more than 11.
We get some overtime pickleball.
For free.
For free. Wow.
Johnson finds a backhand bullet.
I'm so nervous out here. I'm significantly less nervous when I'm playing.
Right.
Those guys seem to be very well composed, but it's about shot making right now. Let's see who can come up with it.
All down to execution. Khlif takes a tumble.
He almost got back up, too.
He almost did. Looks to be okay. And just an unfortunate moment at that point in the match. Is Johnson able to finish that one?
Applause from the crowd. They're loving the effort they're seeing here. The quality of play is great.
Putting everything on the line. Noe Khlif looks to be okay. And will need to hunker down here facing match point number 2 for Hunter Johnson. Hunter Johnson survives. What a battle, 12-10 in the third over Noe Khlif. His trademark celebration. What a battle, felt like a championship Sunday on the quarterfinal Friday. Mari, I mean, what stands out to you from this performance from the top seed?
Just incredible shot making from both sides. I love the intensity, love the effort. Huge match.
And we will talk to the winners. The winner, excuse me, Hunter Johnson, after this. A quarterfinal thriller over Noe Khlif, 12-10 in the third, and we have Hunter Johnson standing by courtside with us now. Hunter, well played. What a display from you out there. Goes game 3. Not really surprised at that. You two have had some battles in the past. You're down late. You pull off an incredible run. Just the shot making was off the charts. What was the key in your mind for you to get this one done in 3 games?
Yeah, I mean, Noe's a physical specimen. He's really tough to beat. It's always a battle. You know, you always know there's going to be some momentum swings, some long points, some gritty kind of back and forth. Just tried to stay mentally tough. It's just a roller coaster out there. You gotta take the chances when you can, and luckily at the end there, I was able to just clutch it up a little bit, yeah, it paid off luckily.
Hunter, congratulations. This is Mari Humberg. You and your brother wear your emotions on your sleeve usually, right? What are you two talking about when you're talking to him during your matches?
Well, it's like we have the same brain, so he's feeling my emotion, I'm feeling his emotion. It's more of like I can say something without even saying it, but yeah, he really helped me there. He gave me some really good tips and just kept me kind of mentally focused. I kind of lost the lead there at the end and was able to come back luckily and fire off some good points, come to the net, be aggressive, and yeah, it worked out today.
Well, there certainly were a lot of good points there at the end. Hunter Johnson moving on to semifinal Saturday. Congratulations. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.